script here with another video. There's this huge thing going on right now with Star Wars theory, and he had a psychologist on, and apparently they made comments like, oh, women's not for Star Wars, or women don't like Star Wars, women don't care about Star Wars. And of course, there's all these people that are offended, and it's like, I think when you reach a certain level in social media, there's just people that you can't say anything. You know, it's like you're making a basic statement, right? Saying like somebody doesn't like this. I don't know that necessarily means you mean like every single person on earth that's of that ilk doesn't like that, you know? But a lot of people were offended, and I don't even exactly know the context. I didn't actually see the video. I'm hoping it's on this article, or at least there'll be quotes about it or whatever. Okay, it is there. And I mean, I've even had backlash on social media because I said Reva was a bad character, so that makes me racist because she's black, I guess, to some people. That means I automatically have to like her character. Like it doesn't matter that I really, really love other black characters in many things. My favorite comic book growing up was Spawn, but I'm a racist because I didn't like Reva. It's just... So I want to just see the context of this for sure and see what's really going on. And then I'll give you my remarks and stuff like that and reaction to it. Female Star Wars fans go viral with videos refuting claim women don't even watch Star Wars. If you're active on social media, especially Instagram and TikTok, you might be seeing a bunch of videos made by and featuring women celebrating their love for Star Wars, all set to the same audio of another woman talking for about 20 seconds about how we don't need female characters in Star Wars because women don't even watch Star Wars. Okay, if you're puzzled over the hubbub, obviously women watch Star Wars. An X thread explains the situation. The kerfuffle took off after a popular Star Wars YouTuber had a guest on his channel who said the above quote about women not watching Star Wars. Okay, so Theory himself didn't actually say this. It was a female that said this. Okay, so let's first of all establish that, although we'll check the video. Theory is not just a popular Star Wars YouTuber. I think he's the most popular Star Wars, non-official Star Wars anything. I could be wrong, but I think he is. As far as social media is concerned, if I'm not mistaken, he's the most popular on both YouTube and soon to be on Twitter as well. There are bigger accounts on Twitter, but I mean he's by far the biggest YouTuber. So anyways, let's just see what this is. So the biggest Star Wars YouTuber on the planet has continued his spiral downwards into becoming an alt-right reactionary featured in alleged psychologists, okay, who proclaim that Star Wars, or that women don't watch and don't care about Star Wars. Here, let me turn the volume up here so we can hear what the heck is going on here. Okay.
Watches them. Nobody wants women in there, but they'll just stamp their authority so they can be a local hero. Do we need more women in Star Wars? No, we don't. Women don't even watch Star Wars, but they don't even care about it. It's a man's little thing. Let them have it. But they want to be like, oh, there's such a deprivation.
Okay, so like to me, like that's a short clip, but to me that's not. He's laughing because he's seeing that she's being over the top about it. I don't see a problem with Theory here. He's not really doing anything. And I would also say, like, you're looking at this woman, okay? So you look at this woman. She's looks at least to be coming from sort of, for lack of a better term, like sort of high-class society, at least she thinks she is. Based on her look, the way she's dressed, the way she's talking, she's probably friends with a lot of women that are fairly well-to-do and probably don't care about Star Wars. I mean, right? I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. So she's coming from her perspective. She probably doesn't know any women that care about Star Wars. She probably doesn't know any women that watch Star Wars. She calls it it's man's little thing. Let them have it, which is funny to me. I think the fact that people are getting so offended by this is actually kind of hilarious. And then they're blaming Star Wars Theory for this woman giving her opinion about women and Star Wars. So you can't get mad at him. What's he supposed to do about it? Lots of women like Star Wars. But I would also suggest that a lot of women really liked Star Wars, and probably a similar, if not larger percentage of women liked Star Wars back when it originally came out. And that the very concerted effort, very obvious, very overt effort by Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni included in all of them, to try and turn Star Wars from a more male-dominated brand to a female-dominated brand has not impacted women one iota and has not increased the viewership of women one iota. The last place I looked, about a month ago, it was something like 65 to 70% of fans were men. And that pretty much falls in line with how it's always been for Star Wars. So I don't think strategically it made a whole lot of sense to try to overly do the female side. But even with that, the men that like Star Wars probably wouldn't have cared about women being in Star Wars if the women were written well. I was personally excited about Rey. I thought she looked the part, sounded the part, all those things. Her introduction in The Force Awakens was extremely well done by JJ. That's one of the things he did really well. And I was actually excited for the character, but then it just turned out that she had absolutely no story arc, and just everything happened and she didn't have any struggles, and it was just a bore. Then finally Chewie dies. She kills Chewie, and I'm like, finally she's going to have something that's going to impact her character and something she has to go. No! 5 minutes later, Chewie's alive again. So the whole thing centering around women is not enough if you write crappy stories. Like, Rey could have been a dude, and it would have been a crappy story. So Finn could have been a female, and his story arc still would have sucked. It would have just been a woman yelling, to the male Rey, like it. So the whole gender thing doesn't really matter. I don't know. This is funny to me that people are getting so upset about this. When some prominent women Star Wars fans push back against these comments, some of them found some of their social media accounts mass reported or suspended or deleted. In that in turn inspired female Star Wars obsessives. That in turn inspired female Star Wars obsessive from all walks of life obsessives to take the original audio and claiming women don't watch Star Wars and use it as a soundtrack for their own videos, yada, yada, yada. Women have always liked Star Wars. Like, nobody's... If I was a woman, I'd be super disappointed in the new Star Wars. But, like, for example, my sister's a huge Star Wars fan. She loves it. She loves all the new stuff. She's always loved everything about Star Wars. She's never cared and about, being overly critical like I am and stuff like that. She loves it. And she was around, so she's seen the originals. We grew up with them and everything. Like, it's not like women haven't liked Star Wars. But what, again, I go back to it. What I find funny about this whole scenario is this is a woman, right? This psychologist lady. This is a woman who, in her sphere of influence, Star Wars is not a woman thing to her. And all these women are getting so offended. They probably don't even know her name. The only reason they care is because she was on Star Wars Theory. And then it allows everybody to jump on this bandwagon that Star Wars Theory hates women now because a woman psychologist says that women don't care about Star Wars. Like, what is that? That'd be like having somebody on your show, you're interviewing them, and then because they have a different opinion than you or a different opinion than your viewers, that makes you bad. And this is the age we're living in, guys. It's all just everybody freaking out. No one's stupid enough to think there aren't women that like Star Wars. Who cares what this woman psychologist thinks? It's just a stupid interview, and it was kind of funny what she said, and even Star Wars Theory laughed at it. So why are we making such a big deal out of this? I don't understand this whole culture of like freakouts over nothing. I guess when we have nothing to fight for, you implode your own culture because there's no wars, there's no nothing, you're fed, you're decadent. So anyways, whatever, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. This is just so funny to me. What do you guys think? Do you think it's funny? Do you think Star Wars Theory is a bigot? Like, honestly, do you think this woman is like in the know about Star Wars? Do you think she even watched one Star Wars thing ever, or like ever even gone on the internet to see if women watch? Of course not. Like, what do you guys think of this? Do you think it's worth having a freak out over? Anyways, I think it's really funny. You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. And as always, please like, subscribe if you do like the content, and take care.